Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Cyberpunk 2077. Now in today's episode, we're going to be talking a little bit about the most recent update, which is patch 1.1, which actually just came out today, and it is a massive update. So we're going to dive into everything that is actually going to be fixed and changed, and maybe even some feedback that might be required on your part back to CD Projekt Red so that they can actually continue to improve Cyberpunk 2077, especially for the 1.2 update coming hopefully in the next few weeks. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive into it. So patch 1.1 for Cyberpunk 2077 is now available on the PC editions, the consoles, and now Stadia. In this update, they focused on various stability and improvements, which now you can find outlined in the patch notes, which we're going to be talking about. They will continue to work on patch 1.2 and other upcoming updates, and at the same time they're going to keep fixing the bugs that we have all been experiencing and encountering in the game, and also listening to our feedback and how they can actually improve the overall gameplay and game experience. So let's go ahead and dive into everything that's actually going to be changing and that has been updated with patch 1.1. So we have stability, so various stability improvements, including memory usage improvements in various systems within the game, characters, interactions, navigation, in-game videos, news, TV, etc., foliage, laser effects, the minimap, devices, AI, street traffic, environmental damage system, GPU related, and more. There's also various crash updates related to loading the games, saving games, opening and closing, and then a point of no return. Now moving on to the different quests and the open world parts of the fixes. I'm not going to get into each of the individual missions, just as what they kind of outlined of what they actually fixed. So fixed an issue where calls from a domain would end immediately and seemed like they cannot be picked up again. An issue was fixed where players would not receive calls from Delamain when approaching a relevant vehicle. An issue where an objective got stuck on answer the call from Mr. Hands. We got fixed an issue where Judy would teleport underground. There's an issue that was fixed with it impossible to talk to the Zen Master. Tikmora would not call during a specific mission. Jackie would just completely disappear. Would be impossible to get out of a car. Would make it impossible for players to, or that they could stop receiving phone calls and messages after moving too far away from a specific missions. There was an issue that was fixed where opening the package went an update in Space Oddity. We got retrofix the space affected in rare issue when speaking to Judy in Automatic Love would be impossible due to an invisible wall. The underlying issue is actually still under further investigation, so just keep that in mind if you guys still do experience that one. There's also an issue that was preventing players from collecting the reward. The quest would auto-complete for those, and then you could not collect the reward previously, and then the reward would be provided automatically. Delamain would remain silent through some of these missions when you gotta go and collect cars, and then the player refused to initially help them. So all of those have actually been fixed in a lot of the different quests in open world, and I can definitely tell you guys that I experienced a lot of the Delamain ones, and even a few of the other ones that we just got done talking about just a moment ago. Now let's go ahead and move on to the UI portion of it. We got fixed an issue where prompt for exiting Brain Dance would be completely missing and removed an invalid item from the loot. Now moving on to visual effects, they have now fixed the grenade's trajectory, which could be displayed in photo mode, with particles hues appearing pink when viewed too close or up too close and personal. Cars spawning incorrectly. There was an issue that was fixed with achievements where completing one of the assaults in progress in Santo Domingo would sometimes not contribute towards the progression of the jungle achievement, preventing its total completion. Under the miscellaneous category, they addressed the issue responsible for saves getting oversized related to the modifier indicating that an item is crafted and trimmed the excess size from the already existing files. Note that this won't fix PC save files corrupted before the 1.06 update. I'm sorry to say, but I'm pretty sure that anything that was corrupted before that 1.06 update is probably gone for good. Hopefully you guys didn't lose massive amounts of information for those that play on PC. An issue that was fixed where input could stop registering upon opening the weapon wheel and performing an action, and where the continue button on the main menu could load and end a game save. Ouch, that was a hurtful one right there. Now we got PlayStation specific. There's only actually 2 things in here. The Xbox only has 1. There's a couple things addressed specifically to the PC, and then a couple on Stadia. So let's go over those, starting with the PlayStation. Performance optimization of crowds on PlayStation 4 Pro and PlayStation 5. Various crash fixes on the PlayStation 4. I don't play on either one of those, so I don't know what that's like, but I do play on Xbox, so I'm kind of just this is what I was actually looking at. They've improved the memory usage for character creation, mirrors, scanning, camera, remote control, menus, inventory, and the map on Xbox One, Xbox One X, and the Xbox One S. And I don't play on any of those. I actually play on the Xbox Series X. So unfortunately, the first time that I read through this, I was like, oh, okay, nothing changed, nothing changed for me at all. PC specific, it will now be possible to attain achievements through Steam in the offline mode. No offline mode needs to be enabled before starting the game. This change does not work retroactively, so you can't go back and do it again. Obviously, that's what that means. Address the game startup crashes related to loading cache on the NVIDIA graphics cards. So there's that. And then Stadia specific, we got concerts audio should no longer be inaudible. And then fixed corrupted textures on several melee weapons, and then tweaked default dead zone settings to be more responsive. Note the change will not affect settings unless they are set to default. So that is pretty much everything that we need to cover as far as the update. I'm pretty excited. I want to get back into playing a little bit more Cyberpunk 2077. And I think that this will actually help me kind of get back into it. Though I wasn't experiencing a lot of the problems that a lot of other people have been having, and honestly, when we even got to that specific Xbox One right there, it was only for the previous generation, not the Xbox Series X. So honestly, the only thing that was really happening to me was some of the quests in the open world, but a lot of the other bugs and issues I didn't really experience. But I really want to be able to make some more content about the game, and if you guys have anything specific that you guys would really like me to be able to cover, go ahead and leave a comment down below, because I'd love to be able to identify what you guys would like so that I can start making content directed for you guys specifically. But that is everything that I wanted to go over in today's episode. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it, and if you guys did, you know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe down below. It would help me out a lot and is greatly appreciated. Thumbs ups mean a lot to me. It really helps out with the algorithm here on YouTube, so please go ahead and do that, and make sure that you guys share these videos everywhere and with everyone that you possibly can. But until next time, YouTube, you guys keep doing what you're doing, because you're already doing it, and you guys stay gaming.